Call it a first world problem, but I hate it when I can't charge my phone or other electronics, so if I go camping or on a road trip, I'm usually looking for somewhere to stay with electric hookup available. But I might not need to anymore, as I can now take a whole lot of power with me in a very small and portable package. This is what Anker calls a portable power station, the PowerHouse II 400 to be exact. It's essentially a huge power bank, but rather than just being able to charge a mobile phone via USB port a couple of times, this thing is a whole different ballgame with a whopping 388.8 watt-hour battery. Or to use the same units as your smartphone battery, that's 27,000 milliamp hours. To put that in context, the iPhone 11's battery has a capacity of just over 3,000 milliamp hours, and my OnePlus Nord battery has a capacity of 4,115 milliamp hours. As you'd expect, it's quite big, so it's not meant to be carried around with you on your person, so if you're camping and want to take extra power in your backpack for, say, a day out, you could also use this to charge up a smaller power bank like this one. I really like the PowerHouse II 400 for several reasons, the main reason being that you can charge lots of devices at once via the multiple USB ports on the front here, one of which is a USB-C port capable of fast charging at 60 watts. And you can also power larger items too via an AC mains outlet here, as well as items like mini fridges and stuff like that via a car-style 12-volt socket. And that's not all, there are also two DC output ports as well. If you like glamping and holding on to some creature comforts whilst you enjoy the great outdoors, then this is definitely for you. The PowerHouse meant that when I went camping in the Lake District with a group of friends recently, not only was I able to keep both my phone and smartwatch fully charged for the whole trip, I could also run my airbed's pump and even have a fan inside my tent to keep myself cool. It's great how it tells you how much power is being used in real time. That was useful before I set off, as I have two fans, so I could choose to take this one camping with me as it uses half the power of this one. On the other side, there's also a good display of its input power, not just in watts, but also an estimation of how much longer it'll take to charge. And then on the right-hand side, it tells you how much longer you've got at current battery usage until the battery goes flat. The second thing I really like about this, aside from its charging prowess, especially when you compare it to similar power banks from other manufacturers, is that it has not one, but two built-in lights. First off, you have a torch on the side with two brightness settings, or if you press it a third time, it'll flash SOS in Morse code. Probably a bit of a gimmick, but you never know. The nice bright torch would be really useful when camping, and the way it works with the light being positioned at the end of the device and the handle up top means you can carry it and use it just like you would a torch really easily. And it could also be useful if you have to pump up your car tyres or do any other maintenance and be able to see what you're doing. In fact, you could run the car tyre pump off this thing and also keep it in the car for emergency power to use with a battery maintainer to recharge a dead battery if you ever needed to. The ambient light is what I really like though, and it's this panel across the back here, which has three brightness settings and gives you a nice, gentle, warm orange glow, ideal for being able to see what you're doing inside a tent at night, because I don't know about you, but one of the things I find most annoying when camping is not being able to see things and only being able to shine a torch at one little bright area at a time. First world problem, I know, but now at least I'll have one less thing to be a grumpy dad about. You could of course plug your own light in, but having them built in means you've got one less thing to take with you and one less bit of clutter. Now, you might think that having only one power outlet, especially when others have multiple, would be a problem, but it keeps it compact, and you can of course just plug a multi-adapter into it if you need to power more than one AC device. Just make sure you don't exceed a total power draw of 300 watts, which at 240 volts is equal to 1.25 amps. The PowerHouse will automatically turn off if you try to pull more than 300 watts. Or I guess you could be extra safe and put a 1.25 amp 250 volt fuse into your power strip plug if you wanted some double protection.
That's what she said.
Although you don't really need to. That leads me on to another cool feature which makes this portable power station even more useful for longer trips, and that's that it can also be charged from solar panels if you want to extend your off-grid time even further. You can use any solar charger with the correct size DC barrel plug, and although it supports a maximum of 65 watts solar charging, Anker actually recommends that you buy a 100 watt solar charger if you want to be able to charge the PowerHouse at full speed, sunlight permitting, as the actual output from the panels is likely to be less depending on light intensity. If that's for you, I've put a link to a portable solar panel set in the video description as well. You can also charge it from your car's 12-volt socket whilst you're driving to your off-grid destination, or if I'm charging this up at home from the mains before going out somewhere, I can charge it much more cheaply overnight as my electricity price drops by over 80% after 12:30 AM with Octopus Go. If you're in the UK and want some cheap overnight electricity, I'll leave my referral link in the video description, and if you switch to Octopus, we both get a nice little bonus. So I've been really impressed with the Anker PowerHouse II 400 so far, and my only slight criticism is that it's really easy to accidentally leave it on, which causes the battery to slowly drain even if nothing is connected. Surely an automatic switch off could have been implemented? But apart from that one minor niggle, I think you'd find it really useful, not just if you like to go camping or spend time off-grid in the great outdoors, but any time when you need emergency power or power somewhere it might not be easy to get power to without running a huge long extension lead, which might not always be an option. Well, now you have an option and it's not even dependent on the venue's power supply. If you want one of these for yourself, there's a link in the video description. Let me know what you think in the comments, subscribe to the channel, and you can check out another video just here.